So here's a poem. I can actually tell you the exact date I wrote it on, which is about Brescia Lighthouse that my house looks out on, and it was written on the 6th of April 21, and there was snow falling, so we couldn't actually see Brescia Lighthouses Brescia Lighthouse. I'm giving them two rather than one. Brescia Lighthouse from my kitchen window. Brescia Lighthouse, 6th of April 2021. Today it's been impossible to thread light through the cloak of feathers gulls and gannets must have shed in that chill wind storming over Nos. Their plumage plucked and lost when it was most required, tumbling in a blizzard, tossed and scattered across Brescia Sound to conceal wave and water, fields, stretches of brown peatland, till everywhere around here stacks of down and quills are found, all clipped and sheared from seabirds waiting for the hour to veer downwards from cliff faces, reclaim feathers for their breasts and back, ensure that flight is once again in gear. This one's about one that's in Lewis, and it's Chumpin Head Lighthouse, which you'll see on the peninsula of Point. Now, Chumpin Head's quite an unusual place because, according to my research, certainly there's been lighthouses or lights shone on Chumpin Head for many, many centuries, long before even the lighthouse was built. And it's one of the reasons why, for instance, the Clan MacLeod of Lewis had basically a cauldron burning on their clan crest. So Chumpin, they reckon that nobody's quite sure what the meaning of the word Chumpin is. There's another one in Skye, but it does appear, it may relate to a bonfire, that was lit there constantly. Chumpin Head. Even in sunlight, it reminded him of a pearl necklace circling neck and throat of that girl he'd waltzed with all these years before inside Laxdale Hall. Impossible to ignore or forget the way she looked at that dance, for she had hypnotized him. Each glimpse and glance cast towards him, spinning his head round and round, till all else was a blur to him, even the music's beat and sound. And she is still with him today, a beam upon a dark horizon, a distant gleam in his lonely life. There are nights when in distress he stretches out for her, longing for the caress of that light, to scratch out a track that will take him where he came from, find some direction back. I met a girl in Dundee, actually, in the Arts Centre of Dundee many, many years ago, who was a lightkeeper's daughter, and she came from Belmullet Peninsula on the on the coast of, I think it's around Mayo. Anyway, I can't remember exactly where it is, but Belmullet Peninsula. And I remember talking to her, and we had a bit of a chat where I bought tickets. And this is a poem to called The Lightkeeper's Daughter. When she was younger, she used to dream of how that beam might bring visitors to their gate, castaways on the peninsula, friends from the fishing port whose fathers hers held in safety with his light. But now she is circled by a city's brightness, ushering people to a room where projectors beam stories on a screen. A long way from Belmullet to Dundee, headland to a heartland, and there must be days she longs for the predictable gleam that guided her and others, the reassurance of a silence punctuated by tide and light.